Today, Apple maintains a multi-trillion-dollar valuation, with billions of active devices circulating through every corner of the global economy. But the origins of this empire trace back to a single garage in 1976, a time when personal computers were dismissed as a technical impossibility. In the mid-70s, computers were massive industrial machines. They were the size of refrigerators, costing tens of thousands of dollars, and restricted to elite institutions. Steve Wozniak provided the engineering brilliance to build a circuit board by hand, but Steve Jobs saw the broader application. They shared a radical conviction. These machines shouldn't be hidden away. They should belong to everyone. Jobs focused on a single pivot. Instead of asking how to build a functional computer, he asked how to build one that a regular person would actually want to own. To fund the first run, Jobs sold his Volkswagen van. Wozniak sold his scientific calculator, raising $1,300 total. They spent the following months hand-assembling motherboards, one at a time. While they only built about 200 units, it proved a passionate consumer market existed outside of corporate IT departments. The Apple I was a tool for hobbyists, but the 1977 Apple II was designed for the home. It came fully assembled with color graphics, a rarity for the era. Families used it for home management, while schools bought them by the thousands. The Apple II drove the company to become one of the fastest-growing businesses in American history. This chart shows the momentum leading into 1980. That year, Apple went public, creating hundreds of millionaires overnight and giving the startup the capital of a global technology giant. That sudden wealth fueled an era of high-risk projects. Apple developed the Lisa, featuring a revolutionary graphical interface with icons and a mouse. But its $10,000 price tag made it a commercial failure. The company pivoted to the Macintosh in 1984, introducing point-and-click computing to a mass audience. While influential, it initially struggled to meet the high sales expectations required to sustain company growth. Apple learned that revolutionary technology is a liability if the general consumer cannot afford it. Internal friction over the Macintosh's performance led to a corporate showdown. In 1985, the board of directors sided with CEO John Sculley, and Steve Jobs was forced out of the company he co-founded. Without a clear vision, Apple's product line fractured into dozens of confusing computer models. As Apple's lineup became convoluted, Microsoft capitalized. By licensing Windows widely, they established a dominant standard controlling the PC market. By the mid-1990s, Apple's market share had collapsed. The company was losing billions of dollars and was reportedly within months of running out of cash entirely. By attempting to build a product for every possible niche, Apple had created a fractured brand that no longer stood for a specific purpose. In 1997, Apple acquired Jobs' new company, Next, bringing him back to the campus as CEO. He immediately moved to stop the financial bleeding. Jobs initiated a strategy of radical focus. He canceled hundreds of projects and reduced the product line to just a few core devices, insisting that Apple only make products that could be the best in their category. The 1998 iMac G3 launched with translucent colors and a simplified setup, signaling a return to profitability. In 2001, Apple expanded beyond the computer desk with the iPod. It allowed users to carry 1,000 songs in their pocket, removing the physical clutter of portable CD players. The combination of the iPod and the iTunes Store turned Apple into a consumer lifestyle brand, reaching millions of people who had never previously owned an Apple product. In January 2007, Jobs introduced the iPhone. He framed the presentation as the launch of 3 separate devices, an iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator, before revealing they were all the same unit. The glass touchscreen interface replaced physical buttons, allowing the software to change based on the task. This flexibility gave rise to entirely new industries, from ride-sharing applications to modern mobile banking. This connectivity created the Apple ecosystem. The iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple Watch work as a cohesive unit, sharing data seamlessly. This creates a digital moat. Interlocking hardware makes it difficult to leave the brand, as switching means losing the synergy between devices. Following Jobs' death in 2011, Tim Cook took over as CEO. Cook, an operations expert, focused on scaling Apple's global supply chain and expanding its presence in international markets. Under Cook's leadership, Apple shifted toward a services-heavy model. Subscriptions for music, storage, and apps now provide a constant stream of revenue alongside high-end hardware sales. This strategy of high-margin hardware paired with recurring digital fees moved Apple's market valuation past the $3 trillion mark. The company's success did not come from inventing every technology first, but from taking complex technical ideas and making them simple enough for everyday use. Apple's trajectory suggests that lasting business success is built on a decades-long chain of decisions that prioritize the user experience over the technical specification.